Hello, welcome to episode 8 of the Wedcast.
Episode 8, absolutely. The Wedcast is a live wedding show.
It is. Let's talk weddings.
Weddings.
Good evening, James Hawker Magic.
Good evening, Les. Click Photography. How are you?
Very good. You okay?
I'm not bad. You know, at the start of every episode, we're 8 episodes in. I still have a little bit of that anxiety. Just
I do it because I'm waiting for something to go wrong.
Yeah, touch wood. So things are going. Last week, I think, for those of you who watched, you would have known that at the beginning we were laughing because everything was going wrong and we were really stressing. Today it's the opposite. So
everything's going like clockwork.
Absolutely. So let's keep on that positive note.
That's
so
right.
Moving on, shall we say what the Wedcast is?
Do it.
So the Wedcast is a live wedding show giving you the chance to speak to providers or wedding services about all things wedding related. Okay, so our aim on the Wedcast is for you to get information so you can make informed choices, and that's really it. What isn't the Wedcast, Les?
We know you're to do the big sale. We know you're to try and give any offers and stuff like that. This isn't a online wedding fair or QVC and stuff. This is literally just two mates who've been in weddings a long time, bringing on other mates that can give bride and grooms really solid information that they can trust. And we've also got a musical guest on today, which we're talking about everything to do with entertainment today for the first half hour. And then we're going to be discussing our famous 10 top tips. And we got some advice about that, James, haven't we? In
terms of what people can do.
Exactly.
Yeah, so from this evening, if anybody's watching, and Les can see all eyes, he's in the under the hood.
We got 12 in at the moment, James. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Hi, everyone.
So, everyone. So what you can do is, if you want to have the top 10 tips from the Wedcast every week direct to you on Facebook, all you need to do right now is type in the word tips as a comment in capital letters, and then everything else is automated. Okay, so every week on the Wedcast, we talk about a different subject. We come up with 10, the famous Wedcast top 10 tips, which is quite a mouthful to say, but I mean, this is episode 8, and they've all been very, very good quality tips. And we are genuinely confident that they'll save couples time, money, and that they will help you avoid. And we genuinely believe that. So,
and just reassurance sometimes, because when you get married, most people get married once. I know people get married more than once, but generally, when you get married, you don't know how to do it. You think you do, but you don't. It's a minefield of stuff. So, even just a year, people thinking what you're thinking, and it sort of it hits home, doesn't it? Sometimes that, my idea with doing that was a great thing because we had somebody else or another professional talking about it.
Yeah.
And I think these tips are what this show is about, really, is helping bride and grooms out there to make their day easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because
if you want to get our top tips every week sent over to you through Facebook, it's all automated. That's all you have to do is type tips, capital T, capital I, capital P, capital S in the comments, and you automatically get them each week. We're going up market, man.
If I was watching it, I'd even type tips just to see what happens.
That's right. And not PG tips.
Isn't it?
Just tips.
Absolutely. Just tips.
Yeah. So, who are we, James?
So, my name's James. My company's James Hawker Magic. I'm primarily a wedding magician, although I do a few other bits and bobs. But I provide entertainment for guests during the lull or the quieter periods during weddings, which almost every wedding has. Who are you, Les?
Well, you always say you always do bits and bobs. What's the bits and bobs?
So I don't just do weddings. I do corporate events and functions.
That's what bits and bobs are.
I do some stage, like mind reading stuff. So I can go into it.
Don't look in his eyes.
Don't look in my eyes. So but we'll talk about the other bits and bobs on a different show.
We will. So my name is Les Davis from Clicks Photography and Film. Been a wedding photographer for many years now. Love shooting weddings. Love working with bride and grooms on their wedding day to capture their moments. And love doing this, helping bride and grooms. This has come through our love for weddings, which we can't achieve right now because of situation in the world, which is really feeling positive lately. Really feeling positive. We're getting back to it, man. Do you know what I mean? So fingers crossed, all us wedding people will be wedding services, the forgotten services, will be back soon, making people smile, I guess, hopefully.
Yeah. Just one more thing. Just a shout out to Lynn again for last week's episode. I know we usually do this, but I've rewatched it and it was a very, very good episode. It was about finding wedding suppliers you can trust. And it's invaluable information, really, if you're organising
and go back and watch it. We're going live right now to Facebook.
Absolutely. But you can even listen on Spotify. If you don't have time to watch the video, you can just find the webcast on Spotify.
That's
and and just listen.
But like the webcast, like it, and then every week, go back and watch it. There's plenty of information on there for you guys. To everybody watching, hi and welcome, and we really appreciate you actually coming in to tune in, so thank you very much. So should we anything else you want to say first?
Only I did get a cushion for my seat because Les was saying I was slouching too much, so if you see me looking really stiff, it's because I'm really making an effort with my posture.
You gotta get your posture right, man.
I know, I'm really tall now, so
or hide your camera so you can just slouch like I am and see, don't you?
No, it's a good I didn't think of that. That's why you're the master on the camera. Anyway.
So today's guest today's show is all about entertainment, bands, evening entertainment, etc., etc. And we have Jeris on from Jeris Music, who I've bumped into Jeris quite a few times over the years at weddings. Seems a really popular band, and I felt like we should invite them on because they play a bit of everything, which is really important. I think
very important. Yeah,
I think that sometimes you can have a band or see a band in a pub and you think, oh, that's great, and then they turn you up your wedding and it's chaos. But I think there's a difference between a professional wedding band. You know, it is somebody's wedding, and And again, I've got a background in bands and stuff, so it'd be an interesting little conversation, I think, to see what we
I do too.
What we come up with now. So, should we bring it in with the power of magic?
No, 100%. Let's go. Warm up his hands.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
You
both?
okay? Can you hear everything? Can you hear us okay? See us?
Clearly, yes.
We can hear you and see you clearly as well.
How's
Thank you so much for coming on.
Your posture's good. I
Wonderful.
sorted mine out as well when you mentioned.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You are Jeris Spencer from Jeris Music, and obviously Jeris Solo, Jeris, everything else that we spoke about. We'll find out more now. So you have been playing at weddings for how long now?
This would have been my fourth year.
Fourth year.
So I've done 3 years minus Corona.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And where are you based?
South Wales.
Yeah.
I cover all South Wales, really. I go anywhere.
Yeah. And you
Swansea, I live.
Yeah. But you play all over?
Yeah. Play anywhere. Fly me abroad if you want. I'll go there.
Fly you abroad. That'd be a good gig.
Yeah, it would be a good gig.
On a beach somewhere.
Oh, that'd be lovely. I did do Portugal once.
Nice. For a wedding?
Yeah, wedding.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, that's lush.
Love that. Love that. Okay, so we are going to discuss music, entertainment, you as an artist, what you can provide for bride and grooms getting married, and really just have a little chat about how we can help bride and grooms decide on what best entertainment and how to look for good, solid bands out there, for their wedding days. Because it is a minefield, and like the reason we want to do this, because I mean, me and James chat about what we'd like to do a show on each week, and we think of important things. And I think this is the 8th episode now. So, but we feel entertainment is really important because it could make or break. You've had a lovely day all the way through. you know, Auntie Joan has had a wonderful time, and then it comes to the night and you've got some death metal band on, and it's like,
Yeah.
everybody's like, whoa. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you love death metal, then great. It's your wedding. You do what you want.
Yeah.
But
But Auntie Joan might not.
Auntie Joan might be just like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. So there is a mass. I don't know. I'll admit to not knowing a great deal about music. I feel a little bit daunted with obviously both of you here, but I know that there is a massive difference between a band on a band night and a professional wedding band, and that's what we want to get into this evening, isn't it?
I think so. And if people just want to go and check you out, they can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Jeris Music.
Yep.
So please go and check that page out. There's some brilliant videos, which we may play one later on so people can see. And there's lots of Jeris's work on there, and you can decide for yourself. I think the videos and your page speaks for yourself, really. Do you know what I mean? So please go and check it out. Really, really good.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Jeris, please tell us sort of, how would you explain, if I was coming to you, right, to see if you were suitable for my wedding, how would you explain to me your musical style? What could you deliver for me, you know?
So I enjoy being versatile. So I cover like acoustic, some swing, some jazz, some pop rock, Motown. Wow. I enjoy, you know, like being in it 4 years now. My repertoire has grown.
Yeah.
So like if somebody wanted to cater, like we play a song for everyone, like Auntie Joan, get them all on the dance floor. You want that? You want all your party on the dance, all your family on the dance floor at some point. So
that's right.
We try and play a few hits from every decade.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you? So I feel like I'm asking you questions, but I've already seen you at many weddings. But I just want the viewers to sort of understand what the experience of Jeris music is. I mean, so when you're not just singing there. I mean, I've seen you get quite involved, and you quite, you know, you go out in the crowd sometimes and you know, try and get people up and stuff like that. And I think that's really important as a band. You're not just there just singing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We try and get involved. We have wireless packs so that we can get out and involved in the crowd, get everyone dancing, you know, coax them all up.
Yeah.
It's important. We do this thing. Have you seen the film Hitch with Will Smith, Eva Mendes, is it?
Yeah.
And they come down the end after the wedding and they're all coming down in pairs. I love that one at a wedding. We try and get everyone doing that. Depending how drunk they are, you know. Sometimes they make it through the whole song, sometimes they don't.
What, drunk? People at weddings drunk? No way. So why did you start? Why did you decide to go into wedding bands? Why did you?
Well, I used to post videos singing on my social media, and then I got approached to be in a band, and it just snowballed from there. Really, weddings ended up being what I was doing. So I love it though. I wouldn't want any other career.
Yeah.
So it kind of chose me, I guess.
The thing I love about weddings, and somebody said it to me, who they do wedding cars, and it's just they chose their business because it's nice to be around people that are happy.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody
sounds a little
sad on the wedding day.
Yeah, no, but it's just it is. I feel privileged to be around and included and be part of people's wedding. So.
I wouldn't change my career path now. It's so lovely.
So what services do you provide? Because we had a discussion before. Obviously, we're talking mainly about wedding bands, but you do other things as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do the ceremony, some acoustic post ceremony, and then the band in the evening. Or I do a sax duo for like drinks receptions and guests are entering. I enjoy the mix. You know, keeps it fresh, keeps it different.
You play the sax?
No, I don't. I play the guitar.
I see. So tell me about what's the sax bit then? So you play.
So I have musicians accompany me. Yeah. So Steve Sax is my main man. Or I have a couple others.
Yeah. And then so you would sing along with that, or you play?
Yeah. We share the song really.
Right. Awesome. And that would be like sort of entertainment, sort of what I'm picturing, like on a nice lawn somewhere, or through the ceremony and stuff and things like that. Is it? Or
anywhere,
or maybe
really.
for the drinks reception and stuff like that. Just background music and things. And
post ceremony is nice, but also as guests arrive in for the evening before they go in for the band, it's nice to have sax and kind of swung music or something.
So
warm everybody up.
So could you provide someone with like so say they wanted to book you as a band for the evening, and they they wanted some music in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys provide different packages for the amount of time you can play and through the day, or is it just we only play the night or we only play the day?
I have about 6 packages now.
Okay.
Yeah, from like solo, or I have a violin sometimes with the ceremony. The strings are lovely for the ceremony. And then afterwards, it depends on what vibe the bride and groom want to go for. If they want it like party all day, or if they want something chilled before going in for food. And then, I'll cater to the vibe the couple want, really.
And how do you find that vibe? How do you, if I was going to book you, how would you know my style? What would the process?
Well, I ask them what they want, really. I show them my packages, and then they read all of them, which ones involve which, and then they decide, really. And then when they send over their email, then I ask for any songs they want in particular, you kind of get what kind of style they like then from that, I guess.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, sorry, I just missed my. Oh God, I'm going all here it goes wrong, James. I pressed the wrong button.
He's pressed space bar again.
Space bar is not good thing to press.
I can't imagine a saxophone for me being on a list of things I can have and me not choosing it. I just love it.
Yeah, people love the saxophone. I'm at wedding fairs; they go straight to the sax.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I am talking about the like kind of acoustic periods. It's kind of this similar to where I perform. So I perform usually after the ceremony, before the wedding breakfast, or during the transition from the day to the evening.
As a magician?
Quite often. Yeah, as a magician, yeah.
Oh,
definitely not anything to do with music. But sometimes, well, quite a lot of times actually, there'll be me and there'll be some acoustic music there, and it goes down really, really well, I think.
Yeah. Just keeps the vibe nice and like ticking over.
And for me, I say this probably every episode, but it's about keeping our atmosphere high and keeping people enjoying and engaged and have something going on. I think the worst thing sometimes is to have just nothing at all. And
and I think it's a general theme through all these shows that we do is that don't underestimate the entertainment. Keeping people entertained, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Through the
I always ask requests on the day if anybody wants anything. I'll got a little app on my phone. Yeah, it brings up the chords and the words, and I just give it a go. They're happy then.
That's good in it sometimes, because that's like if somebody shouts something out, this shows how diverse and versatile that you are, I guess, as a performer. Well,
I play in pubs and stuff when I'm not doing weddings, so I always give it a go. I love it. I'll play anything. I'll sing anything.
That's cool. That is cool.
We just had a question. Yeah, who's this? My friend Graham, very good photographer. Good evening, Graham. Les Davis can perform. Well, them days are all over, to be honest. Great. I'm already like shooting photographs. I mean, I can't be singing as well. I may as well just then go in and do the catering and do the magic, and
You're a singer, are you, Les?
I used to be ages ago.
Oh.
I wouldn't say I'm a singer now, but
I would.
I'd
still say he's a singer now.
Yeah, but hi Graham, thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah,
good friend. Graham actually shot my wedding with Nick Murray from Cardiff. So, yeah, 2 good photographers there. Okay, cool. So, let me have a look. Yeah. So, are you married?
No.
So we always ask everybody this question. So if he was married, then it'd be an easy question because you could tell us how the wedding was.
Yeah.
If you were to get married, what would your wedding be like?
I'd either go one way and elope, or I'd have a huge party in Ibiza and invite everyone and have a villa for the weekend.
Wow.
So it depends.
Definitely go away though.
When it happens. I think so. For the weather. But then when it's raining, everybody comes indoors and it's always a better party when it's raining.
Yeah.
That is true.
I find.
Yeah.
I used to hate it when it's a beautiful day and you're scheduled to go on. I mean, in pubs it's a bit different because you can wing it a little bit. But at a wedding, you generally gotta, you can't push it too much. At what time you gotta stick to your times, haven't you? But and it was a beautiful day, and you're thinking, "Oh God, please rain." I was thinking, I know I sound very bad. But I'm thinking, please rain, so everybody knows. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's the opposite for you now, Les.
It's opposite now, exactly. I don't want rain at a wedding now. But it's just them little things you don't think of. Do you know what I mean? The people, they just like
you want nice weather, but then everybody scatters, and then you don't get the togetherness a lot of the time until later on in the evening. So I try and go on later in the summer. The later, the better, really.
Yeah.
But then the photographers want to catch the first dance before they do.
Yeah.
So it's a fine managing act, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is definitely. I think you only kind of build up the experience just by doing it, don't know, just working with different photographers
definitely.
and things. Because we've talked about that before, Les, haven't we?
Yeah.
And and timing of the first dance and things like that. So
Right,
yeah,
it's important.
it's important. It's really important.
What's your favorite venue to play at?
I think
give us
Old Walls is.
They do.
It's one big room and there's no sound limit and everyone can just get together and all your guests are in one area. It's always the best parties.
And they do. I mean, it's a lovely area to play as well. You're not cramped for space down on the. But it's not a stage. It's just a big dance floor.
Yeah.
So I mean,
nice and...
and it's the sound acoustics are nice in there. So I agree with you there. I think that's probably a good venue for a band.
Yeah, it's lovely. Everyone's close together. There's no noise restrictions, and you can just go for it.
What's your favorite song to perform at a wedding?
Favorite song to perform? I think Proud Mary, but I've been playing this song for like 5 years, but everybody goes mental.
It's still a great song, though.
It is a great song.
And just one more question, and then James, you can ask. Sorry, I'm just butting in here so much now.
No, it's all right.
What's the do you play first dances?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is the most played dance that you perform?
Lately, everybody's been different, but when I started, Ed Sheeran. Take me into your loving arms. What's that one?
I'm not a big Ed Sheeran fan.
Yeah, that was the most popular.
Is it Perfect? I'm only knowing because of the quiz that I've got for you both.
Perfect is another one. I think he's got 2 really good first dance ones.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Played them a few times.
Have you got any? I suppose because the question is any tips. I mean, we'll come on to that now when we the famous Redcast top 10 tips.
Do I have any tips?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Then, yes, that was quite unprofessional of me. Now we'll come on to the. We'll come. I just dropped my pen. So
all going wrong.
We'll come on to the tips in a little bit. So, do you want to play the video, Les?
Yeah, should we have a little look? Is that okay? Yeah. Is that right with you, Jeff?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So this is on Jeris's Facebook. So facebook.com/Jeris Music, which is JERIS, not double R, which I kept spelling. One R. Jeris Music on Facebook. Let's have a little look here. Let's see if we can share this a minute. So this is Jeris. What is this, Jeris? This is an acoustic promotional video, or is this live?
This is live as a ceremony. We were just warming up for ceremony, really.
Oh, right.
It was just no, this one's recorded promotional.
Sorry, I picked the wrong one here then.
That's all right. Pick whatever.
This is lovely.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have a little listen to this now. So this is Jeris doing a little thing. So you can literally do acoustic set as well, can you?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. This one's an acoustic band, so the bride and groom wanted band full day, so we just did a band for the full day. This was an acoustic style band, though. In the evening, we do like saxophone, Motown more style. This is a nice acoustic sort of vibe.
Cool.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Don't watch Metal Vodka Sauce. He's so funny though. Oh gosh, no. Oh, God. It's all gone wrong. And here's my son. Oh, my son with this camera, loving that. Although that guy's mental. Do you know that guy, that Australian? Was he on New Zealand? He's like a chef.
No, I've seen him.
Yeah, so funny. Anyway, different show. Yeah. But do you know what struck me with that video there is that you can. It's quite difficult, and this is one of my top tips. But we'll speak about this later. I think it's really important that a band can convert their songs into acoustic because some venues don't allow full bands. You know what I mean? Although you got a full band there, they like acoustics stuff.
Yeah.
There's one or two venues and noise restrictions.
Yeah.
And I think
one of my tips as well.
being able as a band to convert the songs into acoustic, and you can still get the same vibe. I think that's really important and talented as a band.
And definitely interact with the crowd as well. When there's a noise restriction, you've got to make up for it then in your performance area, I guess, to keep everybody hyped up and enjoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
So, Jeris, if I, for example, wanted to book you for my wedding, what would the process be?
Well, it depends if you've seen myself and the band live. Sometimes people know exactly what they want. If you're just inquiring, I'll just send you a few videos or a few things I do, and then send you a few packages, see what kind of budget you want to spend and what kind of vibe you want. And then I'll kind of tailor it around the kind of day you want then. Have a chat about when you want the music, what kind of songs you want. And we'll go from there.
That's amazing. And I think there's a couple of things that you said about your packages already that I didn't realize people offered. So that's quite cool. Just how you mix it up and maybe a band full day. I hadn't heard of that. And so I imagine there'll be other people, hopefully it's not just me, that are watching that didn't realize that they can do that all day. So that's really cool.
We've got a question here from, I think you may know this lady.
Oh, thanks, Jeris. She's Jeris, I'm Jeris.
Yeah.
Jeris and Jeris.
So talented professional, such a range of lovely songs and lovely person. And she's right.
Thanks,
You know what I mean? And I think, hi Neris again. Hi. We're gonna definitely get Neris on one because a very talented musician as well.
She is beautiful.
So yeah, but I think that's really important to speak to your band. Don't just watch them. Speak to them because you can watch videos on YouTube or watch them live, and there's a lot of talented people out there as well. But I think it's about the personality as well, sometimes, and I think that goes a long way as well for if you want somebody at your wedding,
Yeah, definitely. I think you can tell if musicians are really passionate about it and they really want your day to be the best it can be, or if they're just doing it because it's their job.
It is a job, and weddings for us a job, but I do believe that there's people need to hold a bit of passion for it as well, and not just rock.
Definitely. I'm always trying to change and grow the business. You know? Even if it's just changing the outfits, you want to keep it fresh and moving on and adding more songs. It's great, like learning more songs all the time because when people mention a couple of songs, chances are I already know them.
And that's handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, that leads us on to my little quiz.
Ooh.
So Les always does a little bit of research, and he's come up with some funky things. So it's called Blankety Blank. So I don't know if anybody ever remembers that game show, or maybe it's just my age. But
I can just about remember it.
Yeah, so this is off brides.com, and these are the 75 most romantic wedding songs of all time. But don't panic, there are not 75 questions. There's only 8. So what's going to happen, and you can help them out at home, so you can do this together. I'm going to read out one line of a song, and I mean read, not sing, and I'm going to miss out the word. You have to tell me what the word is and what the song is. Are you up for
Are we doing 75 of these?
No, there's only 8.
All right, okay.
You got to sing the word, though.
Oh, no, I can't. Well, you could sing the word.
Less.
Yeah, help yourself to sing the word. So are we ready?
Yes,
go on, Ed.
So my blank, there's only you in my life.
My love.
Oh,
There's only you in my life.
Awesome. What's the word?
Love.
Perfect. And who sings the song?
Oh, I don't know. I'm rubbish with remembering who.
I don't know. Oh, Lionel
Is it
Richie.
Endless Love?
Yeah,
Endless Love? Endless
It
Love.
is Endless Love. Well done. 1 out of 1. So I'm putting you under pressure.
Hang on, now did I get a point for that? I said the artist.
No, yeah, 1 out of 1. You're doing it as a team. It's not really.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do it
I
as a
see.
team. No, it's a competition. So number 2, I want to blank.
Neris gets a point as well.
Yeah, well done,
Yes,
Neris.
good point.
And Diana Ross, actually. So it's Lionel Richie and Diana Ross.
Although Stephen Hopkins does not. It was not.
No,
Tainted
yes,
love.
0 points. Although
He's taking the mick out of me there because I used to sing that doing cabaret years ago.
I don't know. I quite like that song, to be honest. But yeah, maybe not the best in weddings. Although I don't know, mind. Anyway, number 2, I want to blank
Break free.
with you on a mountain.
Stand with you on a mountain. Savage Garden.
Yes, absolutely. So
Although, I think I want to break free with you. I think that's a new song there. I think that's brilliant.
yeah.
I thought it was Queen, but there you go.
And instead of truly, madly, deeply, truly, sadly, deeply, and then you've got a brand new, like, there's no way they can do you for copyright.
Very true.
Okay, awesome. 2 out of 2. So number 3, this is very high up.
This is the third popular now, first dance song.
So they're not in order. I just picked the ones that I thought you might get. But yeah. So, but this one you should know. So you're blank, the one I run to.
It's still the one I went to. Shania Twain.
Absolutely, well done.
Tell I've been out this game a long time.
Question 4. This might be a bit more difficult. Love your blank and all your edges.
Love your kids and all your edges. John Lennon, legend.
Well done, Jeris. Perfect. 4 out of 4. I think I got a theory Les is getting them wrong, so we don't have to sing the word.
No, I'm competitive. I really want to get it.
Okay. Question 5. Till your kiss helped me blank it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. That's a bit of an harder one.
Can you sing it?
People are just laughing at me.
I can't sing it.
Go on.
And I'll tell you what, when you hear the singer's voice. So till your kiss helped me.
Help me.
Help me blank it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. I'll tell you. So the word is name. So till your kiss help me name it. And it's Aretha Franklin, You Make Me Feel.
Oh.
You make me feel. Oh, I love that song.
Absolutely.
Didn't know that lyric.
So that's why I couldn't sing it. Question 6. Look into my blank. You will see what you mean to me.
Look into my eyes. You will see what you mean
Perfect.
to
I was
me.
going to say, didn't get this one right. I'm stopping the show. Question 7. Oh, my love, my blank. I've hungered for your touch.
I've hungered for your touch.
I know
this word.
I mean,
Oh, my love,
oh,
my blank. I've hungered for
is
your
it like
touch.
Richie again?
No.
Hungered for your touch. Oh, I do know this one.
Can anybody
Give
at
us a
home?
little tune. Hum us a tune. Your touch. What's the Unchained Melody?
Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody. So the word is darling. Oh, my love, my darling.
I'm dying, babe. This is crazy.
And the last one.
5-0 down.
Every little blank that you do, I'm so in love with you.
Amazed by Lone Star.
Yes, well
great
done.
song.
And it is a good song.
Great song. So that's a whitewash. 6-0 to Jeris.
Yeah, well, you were a team, but I didn't explain that bit too well.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was the music quiz.
Hey.
Although we got a question. I think this is something to do with your whistling.
Did somebody want to hire me for absolutely, yeah. So there's a new thing now I'm doing. When I said bits and bobs at the beginning, I'm also doing whistling at weddings. So if anybody wants a whistler, just get in touch.
Love it. Well, that was like a whitewash. Well done.
Yeah, well done. There was some difficult ones. So according to brides.com, they're the most romantic. I'm not sure I agree. So, I've now got a problem with Hitched and brides.com.
Wow.
So, but well done. You've done really well on that.
Thank you.
Shall we start talking about tips?
Yeah, should we do our tips and tell people what we feel like the best little tips that we think? I mean, these are personal preference, do you know what I mean? The more we think that how to pick your best band or the correct band then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to advise, isn't it? Because
yeah.
everybody wants something different.
So shall I start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do one each, is it? We'll go around for a bit. Okay, so I think before you decide what band you get, you need to speak to your venue to see.
Damn.
You're going to say that's on your list now, isn't it?
I promise it's on my list.
Is it? I would say you need to speak to your venue to see if there's any noise restrictions, if there is, they only allow acoustic acts, because it's pointless bringing in this 20-piece rock opera when you're only allowed 2 people on the stage playing acoustic music.
Yeah.
And then you can be really disappointed. So first of all, I think should be speak with your venue to see what is allowed and what's not allowed. What do you reckon? Show of hands for that one? I think that's
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. That's got to be on it.
tick. Right, James, you next.
Do you want me to go next?
Go on then, I don't mind.
I'm gonna say, and it's along the same lines. Consider the venue and the space. So if the venue doesn't have a lot of space, you don't want a massive band, do, because it's just not going to be achievable. So I suppose it's similar to yours, Les, but it's just being realistic about what you can have in the space that you've got available.
And these little things are, you need to check that out first, because like I said, if you order the wrong band or order the wrong band, mail order band, if you book the wrong band, then you can have I mean, being in a band, sometimes they used to book us for weddings and stuff, and then you turn up and you got this much space, and then big full drum kit, and do you know what I mean? Like, wow, how are we going to do this? So yeah, it's important for the bride and groom and the band.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just things you don't want to be having to sort out on your big day. You don't want to be getting there and the band don't know the space or whatever, and then you're trying to negotiate how it's going to work. You just don't want to do that on your big day.
No, I don't think so.
That was my tip.
I'd say try and see the band live if you can, just so you know you're familiar with the energy and you know exactly what you're getting then.
Yeah,
because a lot, you get to really know what you're getting. They got live stuff I would avoid.
Steve said, check out the videos, any live videos. I think that says, oh yes, he's done a typo there. So he's saying, yep, sorry, live videos. So check out if they got any live videos to see what they're like live, I think that's really important as well.
Reviews as well are good.
Reviews, yeah.
Definitely check them
out. And also, Jeris, what did you say your tip was then? Sorry, I was just concentrating on Steve's comment.
To go see the band live if you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really important, because there is a difference between, and this is the point I was trying to make then, I'm sorry, there's a difference to playing a wedding and playing in a pub. Because I honestly, I mean, in a pub, we should get away with lots and just turn it all up and just everybody having a great time. But in a wedding, although, you want it to be a decent level to enjoy it and feel it, sometimes maybe overpowering the PA is a bit nasty for Auntie Vi, like, do you know what I mean? Or somebody.
Yeah.
It's about
we always turn it up a bit in the second half, but take it down, because guests are still mingling and arriving. Some still want to dance first half though, but not always. They always want to dance after a couple more drinks. Time to crank it up then.
But it's just having the awareness and knowing that is the case, though, as well, isn't it? That will be one of the things that's the difference between a wedding band and a band just that usually does pubs. Or only does pubs. So yeah. Okay,
cool. Marking them down, James. 3 good ones there.
I am.
Send them out. Don't forget, if anybody wants these top tips, mind, that's all they got to do is comment tips, capital tips, in the comments, and you automatically get these sent through each week from Facebook.
Yeah, it's direct to your inbox.
That's right. So we've got that one. So go see your band. Oh, we've done that. That's one off my list, James. I would say ask your band what experience they've got to play in weddings. So I think we're relating to the question we just spoke about, but just because you've seen a band, don't think, they'll be great in my wedding. I think it's really important that you should ask the band, what experience have you got at playing at weddings? Have you played weddings before? Because we don't want them rocking up thinking it's a pub. And I think that's really important. It's your wedding day, and I mean, even down to equipment. I mean, there's a difference between like wedding bands and pub bands. I'm not slating pub bands. I was in both. Do you know what I mean? And equally great, great experiences of both. But like the stuff we would take to weddings would be a little different sometimes than the stuff we would take to pubs. I mean, bands these days. I mean, I wish I was around in these days doing bands because it would be so much easier. But we used to paint all our speakers, make sure they were pristine. Do you know what I mean? And nice. We can get the covers these days, can't you? Like the white material people put over speakers and chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just to hide it, just to make you look pretty on stage. And I think
I
that's
pop
pretty
fairy
important.
lights around everything I do.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Fairy lights make it look nice.
And I quite like them lights you use in the video, them strip lights you got.
Yeah.
They're
The
really
short
cool,
sticks.
and it just makes it look a bit more pro than for that for you for the wedding day, so
Definitely.
Yeah.
Look,
So that's mine there. Go, James.
Perfect. So, again, this sounds like it's very similar, but at the same time, it's not. Is there something for everyone? So when you go and see them live, and when you're doing some of the other things that we've already said in our tips, don't just think, is it great for me? Is it great for my wedding? So in terms of, will your family, all of your guests, will they enjoy something that this band does?
Yeah, because you don't want them just playing all, I don't know, the Killers all night, do you? I mean, you want a bit of diversity. Like, I love the Killers, and I'd be quite happy with that at my wedding. But
like Jeris said, songs from different decades. It just seems like a sensible idea for weddings, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because you're
it's
going
a
to have
party,
guests there. Yeah, and you're going to have guests there of all different ages, isn't it? So it just seems like a sensible thing, but just something that you should consider. So I didn't really do that in my wedding. I I just picked a band I liked, and it was my friend's band.
So in my wedding, I had a tumpath band.
A what?
A tumpath. So like Celtic music.
Oh yeah.
So what I always felt that I didn't, because it's quite difficult sometimes with music, especially in a band performing at a wedding, and you'll probably know this, Jeris. Sometimes they take like 2 or 3 songs to come up and engage and and get on the dance floor and stuff. But I just didn't want that to start, so I seen this band, Cat's Claw, they were called. I hope they're still going because they were brilliant. From up mid Wales or north, something like that. They travelled down, and they play a lot of like Celtic Welsh music or violins and this and that. And the caller then goes out and grabs people and lines them up and gets them up on the dance floor. They haven't got a choice, really. It's really cool. Like, pull them up, and then he shows them this dance, and they're all do-si-doing and all this and all that. But it was amazing. It was absolutely brilliant. They didn't really play songs people knew, but you didn't have to. You just needed a beat to dance to. Cool. But yeah, we had a tumpath band. We did, and it was really cool. Like, really worked out well.
So every single episode, I learned something. I didn't even know there was such thing as a tumpath band.
Tumpath.
So,
the Cat's Claw, they were called. Really good.
So if Jeris isn't available, consider tumpath.
She could probably do tumpath. I mean,
that's a challenge, Jeris. We'll have you on like in a couple of months, and you can just do a tumpath set.
Right,
maybe not.
Okay.
So your tip now, Jeris. Jeris. It's a tumpath.
A tip. So maybe, depending on how specific you are, like you can always ask to look at the repertoire. If there's any songs you definitely want the band to play, or a song that you and your family always get up and dance to that we might know, or it's always nice to look at the repertoire, I think.
That's another one off my list.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Is it me or you, James? Me.
It's you, Les, yeah.
Okay, so
Shall I go? Shall I help you out, Les?
I go on. Go on, then. You do one. Go on.
Go on, then. I am. So this is a kind of a common one, I would say, but just make sure that consider how they communicate with you and the type of people they are, and make sure they seem professional. I'll say this I'm going to say this every single week. I don't know if I will actually, whether there'll be just 9 top 10 tips, but just consider how professional they are and how professional all of their material looks. And I like things like contracts and things like that because it's a big day. So that would be my tip.
Yeah, a contract's pretty important. It's and also I mean, making sure that, like, I don't know, everything, like, is their equipment is like and
Pat tested and insured.
do you know what, right?
They got public liability insurance.
Yeah, that's right. And do you know what's mad? I stumbled there because as I was saying that, Steve Hopkins here took the words out of our mouth. Look, as we said that, he came in and he typed it. So making sure the gear is Pat tested, because it's really, really important that they don't rock up with a dodgy plug, or they keep the equipment in check, because somebody trips the lights out, or the marquee goes down, and they trace it back, and it's the band's guitarist who didn't have a plug. He put 2 wires in a wall, which could happen, which it did many times. But that was when I was a kid. I don't condone that though. But making sure the gear's in check and that you got Pat tested, because a lot of venues ask for Pat testing just to make sure you don't burn the venue down.
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
Well done, Steve. Good tip there.
And James.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Thanks, okay. Who's go? 2 more.
Something nice to do is maybe if you get in the band to do your first dance, to ask for a demo.
Oh, that's cool.
So I always send a couple of demos, so they're happy with the speed or the style of the song they're going to be dancing to.
Cool.
But,
so if I said to you, please play, I don't know, Metallica for my first dance, right? You would do a recording of that and then send it to them so they can listen to it.
Yes.
Oh, so
there's so many versions on YouTube of acoustic versions of songs.
Yeah.
If they did want it slowed down, so they often send a clip or a link to the song they want. But I have had to make up our own sometimes too, and just go with it and hope they like it. But nobody's not so far.
Yeah, but you're insuring them now, because you're sending them. Them
exactly. They can make any changes then before the day, so it's not a shock when we start playing.
That's really cool. That's a really good.
That's a really good. That's. I think that's really important. I never knew. Well, we never used to do that as a band. We just used to play it. But I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Well, since lockdown, I bought one of those. I can record now. I'm starting to learn to use Logic, so. Yeah. I'm going to be going forward, giving couples an actual audio recording of their first dance for keepsakes.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That is really good. Yeah. Love that.
And the last and final one from you, Les, if you've got any left on your list.
I got loads left on my list, James. I would say, I'm trying to think of ones we haven't. Oh, yes. Bum, ba-da-bum. Drum roll, James.
I can't. I'm worried the camera will go off.
Oh, yeah,
I'll do it on my lap.
That's intense face as well.
I know. It was. I was really...
I think it's really important to find out if your band does 1 set or 2 sets, so they can work it around. You can work it around the night, because if I'm honest, I used to just like playing 1 set straight through. But all weddings want 2 sets. Do you know what I mean? They want the DJ generally starts the night off, picks it up a little bit or whatever, or unless you're playing the first dance. Obviously playing background music. Band comes on, does a half, then the DJ's back on, and then the second half then is another band. But I used to hate that little break. I used to love going straight through.
Yeah.
But I think it's ask a band if they can play 2 sets or 1 set, depending on what you want for the night.
Yeah, that's cool. Can I ask a question, just because I'm ignorant of this, obviously, because I've never done it. Does it affect your energy if you've got to come off and have a break and then start again? Because even for me, when I'm performing, when I'm in performance mode, it just happens. It kind of just happens for me. But then if I have to have a break and start again, it's like getting back into that mode. It's
I think it's like you're expected, on the job, set 1, you're in gear 1 and 2, you're warming up the crowd. They have their buffet, you come back on, you hit it into gear 4 and you end in gear 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of the way it tends to go. Well, not always. You have some people that are on the dance floor from the very beginning.
And I think different in pubs, I used to love going straight through. In weddings, I probably prefer to do 2 halves.
Yeah,
because you are the first set is a warm up. You're warming them up, getting them ready, showing them what you can do, and then generally there's food in between you. So you've got to do a break most of the times, because the food comes out halfway through the band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So some really, really good tips there.
Yeah, I think so.
And 100%, yeah.
And also, I just wanted to sort of hit on as well, just different musical styles.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, like when you go to weddings and it's mostly like pop rock sort of stuff being played. Pop rock bands are really popular. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where would you class yourself? Sorry, Jeris, did I ask you this question? Where would you? What?
So I play a mix of everything. So to start the night, I sort of play a bit more Motown.
Yeah.
Like for Auntie Jean. Get them on the dance floor, and then we go to pop and pop rock, and then we play a few dance tracks. I try and put a bit of everything in there, just the hits that everyone's like, yeah, as soon as it comes on, you know.
There's so many different styles in this. So you got like pop
Yeah.
rock, I've got like funk and disco and 70s and stuff like that.
Yeah. It is difficult to tie them all in because you don't want to play them that sound too different. So structuring your set is actually a task in itself.
Yeah.
So we always, and you can kind of judge a wedding when you get there. If it's more of an older crowd, you play more of the Motown, more of the, you just judge it really. And if you find they're not dancing to that, when you pick up on the ones they do like, you just play a couple more of those. So it's good to have musicians that are experienced with you, so we can just pick the songs as, you know, we do have a core set, of course, but we can always change it up a bit if we need to.
Awesome. I think that's awesome.
Okay. Right. I think that's it. Any more questions, Jim?
No, I think that's it. I just again thank you very, very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I've learned loads again this evening, and you know, the definitely things again that I would have done differently if I was getting married now than when I was married. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that the demo, sorry, Les, so the first dance song is a lovely, lovely thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know many bands that do that. So that's credit to you. That's really well done.
I do it for my own, you know, like I want to know they love it. They're gonna love it.
Yeah, but you can see
that would be my worst nightmare if they didn't love it.
Yeah.
I want them to love it. So.
And for anybody who's watching, you know, you can see how much that means to you. And that's one of the things.
If people wanted to find you, facebook.com/Jeris Music.
Yeah.
Going down the bottom of the screen. JERIS Music.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Instagram. Same on Instagram too.
Yeah, and Instagram. Check out Instagram. Lots of stuff going on there. And so if people want to check out your work, they can have you as a solo artist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
solo. You can fetch your band together. Cue sticks. So you can play lots of stuff through the day. And if I'm honest, I've seen you at the weddings a few times now, and it's really good, really entertaining, and it's engaging, which is nice. And I think that's important from a band.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for coming on. Go check out Jeris Music on
100%.
Facebook. Really well done, Jeris. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take
See you soon.
Bye.
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 So, James.
Another episode 8 complete.
Episode 8 done.
Almost.
Complete deal, which is great. I love that. Just see what's some comments.
Just to say one last time before we do any comments that, you know, if you want to get the famous Wedcast top 10 tips every week on the range of subjects, then you just type tips in capital letters in the comments.
Yeah.
And then it'll all be automatic. So yeah.
That's correct. So if you want them, just type tips and you'll get them automatically through. So that's another little comment I think to leave on. Oh. Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah, it's approachable and adaptable. Really, really true.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think that is us done. And I always say this because I should check. Next week, we are... Can't remember, can you?
No, I can't remember. It's on my phone, and I'm using my phone as a camera.
And I'm using my phone as a camera. Yeah. Next week's a surprise.
I think I know what it is next week.
Go on then.
I can't.
What style is it of wedding service?
Something I think is something I'm quite familiar with.
Ooh.
I think.
Like
so.
We'll post it. We'll post it on the page.
Yeah. We'll post it. Just in case I've mixed up the dates. Things have gone too well to say the wrong guess for next week now.
True. So, okay. Cool. James, thank you so much. Always a
Thank you very
pleasure.
much.
Don't forget, top tips. Just comment tips in the comments, and you'll get them through inbox every week. It's something we've started doing now. This will go live. Watch this back if you want on our pages. And thank you for tuning in. We had 15 in at one point. It's absolutely lovely.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Perfect.
Over and out. See you for episode 9 next week. Get involved.
Absolutely. Take care.
Okay, James.
Top Gun.